Hello, everybody. I am currently bedridden for the next few days because I almost chopped my finger off by accident. So that's why my hand looks like that. This video, I filmed this a whole apartment ago. I think this was actually almost a year ago, and my original intent was to make it a bit of a tutorial as I updated the card myself, since it was my first time doing it. And if I remember correctly, I went to do the update and it said that the card was like an illegal copy and it wasn't real. So that was super interesting and hilarious. I purchased this card not directly from a Mazda dealer, but from an accredited like second-handy dealer, whatever the in-between is between like not like a bad credit card dealership and like an actual dealership, like in the middle, you know, like some sort of chain. But anyways, I was like, I can't post the video because there's no conclusion. It's not a tutorial. The card isn't real, which I don't know if that's like true or if Mazda's just screwed up because like somehow they know I didn't get the car from a dealership since the vehicle itself came from a completely different state. But when I looked into getting like a replacement card on Amazon, like a bootleggy one, basically, they are about $65 and they don't look anything like the card that I had or have. I'm still using the same card from Maps that was updated at this point 6 years ago, which is kind of crazy, but I haven't gotten lost since or at all yet. Fingers crossed, nails crossed, okay. But yeah, this is kind of just like lost media. If you are not subscribed to the channel, this video might make no sense to you, but if you've been watching me for a while, I know you guys have been not fed by me at all. I have not really posted anything. So this is some lost media. I don't know what went on with this SD card. I didn't really find a solution other than like it kind of sucks that this is even a requirement in the first place. I am a bit of a Mazda fangirl. I love my car so much, but this is some BMW level nonsense where like I don't understand why you can't just get any SD card, format it for the maps and then do it. But also at the same time, Mazda, it seems like they're maintaining their own database, their own map. So I don't know. I'm sure there's some really interesting workarounds for this. I didn't have enough time, energy, or willpower to make this video longer and more interesting by finding a workaround. So enjoy this clip. I'm editing some other stuff that's on my SD card that I completely forgot about and probably never posted because I overthought it way too much and was putting too much pressure on myself. So yeah, I love you guys. I hope you're having an amazing 2026. This video, like I said, is super old, but this one I'm filming January 2nd, 2026. So this part here. So yeah. Bye.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am here with my 2021 Mazda 3, and I am going to show you how to update your map navigation system using the free Mazda Toolbox software. I know that there are several different subscription services that not just Mazda, but several cars offer in the modern era. As many of you know, I live my life with a flip phone primarily, and I do rely pretty heavily on the Mazda navigation system that came with the vehicle. That's kind of part of the reason why I purchased the car in the first place. And also, I think that auto subscriptions are really silly. I think a couple people might actually think that this is not something you can do for free though, so I figured I would just quickly run through how I do it. First of all, every Mazda model is different. Like I said, this one is a 2021. It is the base model, no sport, none of that. And basically in the glove box here underneath my tissues and lip gloss, you are going to see this little tab right here. When you pull on this tab, you are going to see that there is a tiny little slot here, and this slot is holding your SD card. This SD card, oh my goodness, my nails. Wait a second. This SD card is specifically designed for your Mazda vehicle, and this is how the navigation system works. I purchased this car relatively recently and have been relying on the 2021 update that was given to this model. However, I do live in an up-and-coming city that is literally changing constantly, and so it is important that I have the most up-to-date version of the map. So we've got the SD card. All we need to do now is pop ourselves out of the vehicle, go back upstairs, and I will run you through the installation process. I am using a Mac. The program also supports Windows. Unfortunately, at least as far as because I know there is no workaround for Linux, so we are going to be on my MacBook today. I got my SD card from the dealership. The car came with this. I'm sure that you could probably either get these from a dealership or from wherever you purchase your vehicle. You could probably also purchase them online, but unfortunately I don't know exactly where these come from. As you can see here, since my SD card is removed, it is instructing me to insert it, and as it says here, you can get it from your Mazda dealer. So there's our confirmation, and also our Reverend Garfield protecting us as we drive on the dangerous roads.
I want to touch on compatibility really quick because I really glossed over it. It is a major thing for a lot of people that this particular one, I don't know if other car update manufacturers are similar, but this particular one for Mazda does not support Linux at all. There was no Linux workaround other than a virtual machine, which I don't have time for that either. And then one other thing, the rest of the clips are filmed on a PC because I thought I was going to be able to do it on my MacBook, but I had to use a little dongle, a little adapter thingy that's currently housing my SD card that has this footage on it. So the adapter, for some reason, it did not recognize the Mazda card, but the adapter will recognize my SD card. So again, picky little technology piece it is. So I ended up putting it on this Dell just directly in this latitude, and it was perfectly fine.
All right, so here is where you need to be. This is the Mazda Update Toolbox website. All you have to do is type in Mazda Toolbox and this will pop up. We're going to scroll down here and we are going to download this for Windows. English is fine, and then we're going to be here. Ugh, I love how old school it is. It kind of just gives me the old school vibes, and we are going to install this onto the computer. Essentially what they do is provide a new database update. I don't know exactly how frequently they do it. My guess is yearly, just because this is updating all of the maps all across the world. But we're going to pull this up. Now that we have agreed to the terms of service, we're going to take our Mazda SD card, the one that I pulled from the vehicle, and we are going to pop it into this computer. Today I am running this on a Dell Latitude. This is running Intel Core i3, the 8th generation, manufactured in 2019. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM and 1,000 gigabytes on the hard drive. I purchased it that way secondhand. This is a newer computer to me. Actually, I have some things I'd like to do with it, but this is the particular computer that we are running it on.
Kidding you, if I remember correctly, and I didn't film it because this is so funny. This is just a testament to how different I feel. I was so embarrassed that it said I had a fake because, like I said, I bought the car. I have always just bought beaters, right? I've never gotten a car loan or anything like that. So this was a big deal. This is the newest, most nicest thing that I own. I was so excited that it came with it. It was a selling point for the car. And then to put the SD card and for it to say, this is fake. Like, it literally said, like, you are using an illegal SD card. You need to destroy it, basically, is what it said. And I was just sort of like, so what I think happened, because I did not want to go to the dealership and talk and like complain about this, because I got a great price for this car. I paid $18,000 for this car and it had 18K miles at the time. Price was so right, and the car's been fabulous. I've had no problems other than my windshield wiper sensor is bad. So it always says I need windshield wiper fluid and I don't, which is really interesting. And pretty much every car I've ever owned has had a tire pressure sensor that doesn't work. So it's much less inconvenient than that. But anyways, I was just so proud to have a new car, a new Mazda out of all of them, because I love the brand. Like I said, like, I was not about to go back to that dealership and complain, because they probably, because it's like used cars, the car had one other owner. They probably got the card somehow and then sold it to this place, and this place, I don't think they, like, I don't know if people are into this enough to know just off the bat how it would work, because I don't think Mazda's known to have issues with, like, being locked down, like BMW, for example. But I think the dealership thought that the card was legit too. So yeah, no solution. Like I said, it's funny, it's fine. And yeah, I miss you guys. Hope you're having a great day. See you in another video that I'm working on right now.